that's not gonna work. I have to move it to the top one. So we're basically getting with this motor the same power as a 4-rotor and a 2-rotor.
Yeah.
Okay. Eddie, tenemos que subir este tornillito para arriba.
So you got it working?
Almost. This is the trials and tribulations of an invention.
These are new trails.
It's all supposed to work, but there's very little room. An actuator that actually had a little more travel would have been ideal, but we're up against the time clock right now. But as it is, those throttle bodies are about 30% larger than the actual bore. So even if it doesn't open 100%, it's still going to. If it opens 90% of full throttle, it's still going to give me the desired flow.
Yeah.
Take this up and pick that all the way. This one can go down some more? You see, the reason why when I give it a little bit of gas, a little bit of air, it goes down, is because it's releasing all the tension on this thing. So the actual spring is pulling it up. But the minute that I give it a little bit of pressure, it begins to open. Okay, so what we're gonna do, Georgie, I'm gonna have you do one more thing. Which is right up your alley here, because it has to be below the arc, because the bar is gonna have another arc here, and there's gonna be a bar between these two. So if we can come off these two bolts, I can't find another bolt to put it short of drilling the block, and at this point I'm not willing to take all this crap apart. Little tab with these two screws like this, you know, triangle, long triangle, and then maybe an obtuse triangle, or rather a right angle triangle, straight on this side, angle on this side, so that the spring is over here. Then I can run one of these to there, and then when it opens up, it'll go like that. And then this one will be connected to this one, so we'll pull them both the same. Now I can get some springs a little bit shorter, or I can get one a little bit longer and come to here. Yeah, I can drill it, put a nut here, or maybe two little screws and a little L like that, and then we can put the spring from there to there. Just enough to pull that little bit back, because with that little bit back, then the actuation is much cleaner. See, actually, that fucking thing is a little bit too long. Hang on to that end.
I think that we can.
We need to be able to pull it all the way back. But the minute that you start giving it air, you see how it releases I gave it a little bit of air, and it released the tension that's on the shaft, so it allowed the stock spring to pull it. Then we start giving it.
How does the fuel injection come on with that?
As soon as the peripherals open up or begin to open up, there's going to be a drastic change in the oxygen content because a lot more
So the
air
computer
is going to
senses it and
so the computer's going to sense it
fires the other.
and then automatically jump into another map.
Interesting. And the other map has the
other map will be
third
Exactly.
stage injectors firing.
Exactly.
Sí, pero lo estás montando aquí, ¿cómo lo vas a aguantar ahí?
It's even rested all the way up against the stop.
Does that matter? You bleed some air through or something?
Yeah, I'd rather not have any air going through it because that'll affect the idle speed of the engine. But then again, you know, I could solve this issue by putting a minor spacer on the between the throttle body and the rotor housing, altering the angle so that the bar is actually pushing upwards and not have to fight itself. Problem is, I don't have another
Spacer lifting it up.
lifting the throttle body up, and I mean I've got, you know, 3/8 of an inch that I can bring the throttle body up, and that would alter the angle of the bar, and that would do it.
Oh,
But we can do it by keep digging with it. It's not height of the injectors, changes the secondary fuel rail. Too much of a goddamn headache. I could change the angle of this canister further down and we would have to make a notch on the bell housing. Million different options, you know, but this was, you know, this was a design off the top of my head.
under pressure to get
Under
the race
pressure,
online.
exactly, because we're supposed to have 2 months to work on this thing, and now we're down to 2 weeks, and it's not fair. And so to have this minute, you know, discrepancy in the geometry, which is just absolutely minor, says a lot to the engineering work that we have done.
Oh yeah.
It's as simple as that. If I had it at a shorter position, that's why I made 3, my travel would be greater, but I would need to have the rod pushing up. And if I bring the rod any further down, it'll be below the fulcrum front, and I'll want to push it the other way.
Oh, yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
You need to bring the throttle body up.
Which is the spacer idea.
Exactly, but if I do that, it also spaces the fuel rail up, which means I need a different set of injectors, and I'm not going there.
It's too late in the game for that.
Too late in the game for that, exactly. It's a hell of a lot easier for them to notch, if worse came to worse, notch the
Bell housing.
notch the bell housing, and be done with it. Actually, as it is.
Sensor right here.
That's block pressure, not water temperature, but actually block pressure. We're going to be running a lot of boost on this motor, so we want to keep the block pressure monitored so that it never exceeds the pressure on the radiator cap. Because if it does exceed the pressure on the radiator cap, it'll piss water out through the cap, not know it, and have the level of water go down. Thank God that the radiator in this car is very, very high, so it'll keep the motor full. But if for some reason the radiator, like on our race cars, that it sits way up at the front below the engine, if that water level drops below the impeller's got nothing to work against, cavitates, water stops flowing, you get into a condition with a little thermal runaway. You could throw a bucket of ice on it and you couldn't cool it down. The motor would fucking take a shit instantly. You know?
So the block pressure will warn you of
exactly
getting close to that limit?
You put, you know, we're going to have a 28 or a 32 pound cap. I don't like to run the motors more than 26 pounds. So we'll have a warning light inside the car at, say, 24 pounds. That it'll light up, let the driver know that the blood pressure is real high. So we can back down the pace down, you know, half a lap, 2 laps, whatever. Let everything come down to temperature again, and boom.
Well, what causes the block pressure to go up? You're talking about the water flowing in there?
Block pressure is a function of temperature. And depending on what fluid you use, different fluids or additives alter the boiling point of the water.
Right.
So if you have just plain water, the boiling point is relatively easy to achieve, then the water begins to expand and build pressure inside the block. If you have a fluid where the boiling point is lower.
So this is when the engine's under a lot of load, it'll build up the pressure from the heating of the water. But don't you design these things to run dead cold as it is?
Yeah, but it's going to a dead hot fucking country.
That's true, Caribbean.
You gotta do every possible thing.
Don't you have any more of this stuff? Keep it the same material.
Georgie, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna come off of here, these, or are you gonna come off of here? Okay, well, if you're gonna come off of here, just get a little plate and make a little L, or a little L, and you know, like not a 90, but maybe a 120, like that. Put 2 little tiny screws there, and have it come out like this, and put the spring right there. Right there. And it'll just go whap. And the beauty of this is that it's, you know, the actuator won't just slam the shit open.
Ahí hacen un poquito ahí, ¿no? No lo tire tanto, es para que nomás porque lo guíe para atrás.
Correcto. Actually, you know what? This thing's gonna have to go in the back. It's gonna have to go back here because we have the synchronizing rod. It's gonna have to go there because we have the synchronizing rod that goes from here to here.
To there or to there?
Well, from here to here.
Yeah. You pointed to this. That's what I was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then we can either put her in the back or put her in, maybe put a longer bolt and another little nut like that. Yeah, that's fine. Just enough tension. It's too bad that these guys, well, you know what? They have different ratio. This might work. This might work. Hang on a second. This might work.
No, porque no lo evita. No te va a evitar este de acá.
No, porque los dos van a ir juntos, pero this leg is shorter than this leg. So if it's over here, as it goes through its travel, this leg is going to pull further and further. See what I'm saying? Well, I can't open it right now because I've got this shit on it, but go ahead and blow. Yeah, that might be real sweet, just like that.
Hook the spring to the other rod.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, let it go. Let it go, let it go. Okay, do it again. Keep going. Yeah, it's definitely getting harder and harder as we move. Keep going. Yeah, start letting it go. No, let it go, let it go, let it go. Yeah, it would definitely work. But, then just bring it in. Fuck it. Let's just go, let's go from here to here. I'm too excited. Love it. Absolutely love it. And we'll do it with a boost controller so that he can actually in the car pick. That's fucking awesome. Pick the RPM that he wants these things to come on and the rate of gain. Do you want to open them, slam them open, or gradually go?
In other words, you want to break the tires loose in fourth gear or not?
All right, brother, we got it. Extra. With an actuator that would just extend half an inch longer, not even, quarter inch longer.